Hello and welcome to my PlayStation E3 2017 showcase pre-show. We are mere hours away from the PlayStation E3 2017 showcase. I'm sure it's going to be an amazing show. I'm sure many great games will be shown. Some brand new games, maybe updates on previously announced games, third party games, first party games, exclusive games. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of great PlayStation 4 content tonight. I'm looking forward to it. So I thought I'd have this pre-show of my own. I know I'm not IGN or anything like that. I'm just me. So this is my pre-show for sorry, no, I'm just checking to see. There's no audio. Hello? There's no audio. Oh, there is audio. Sorry about that. Jesus Christ, my apologies. My amateur video skills, my apologies for that. I was just checking to see was there audio on the stream. And I'm happy to report live breaking news in Johnny's PlayStation E3 Showcase pre-show. There is audio in the stream. Breaking news. No, I'm just trying to be funny here and it's not working. So as I said, we are mere hours away from the PlayStation E3 Showcase 2017. I'm excited. I'm sure many other people are excited. We're going to see some great PlayStation content shown tonight. As I said, we're going to see some great first party content like The Last of Us 2. I mean, how many people have been waiting to finally see this game in action? The Last of Us 1 was a massive success, critically acclaimed game. Fans have been crying out for a sequel for so long now, and they've finally had their prayers answered, and tonight we're going to see some more of The Last of Us 2 in action. That's going to be great. And we're going to see some updates on other first party PlayStation 4 games like God of War. A prequel, sorry, not a prequel, a reboot of sorts of the God of War series. That's going to be shown. I'm sure they'll give more updates on games like Detroit Become Human as well. And we're going to see other first party PlayStation 4 games as well announced for the very first time, like world premieres. We're going to see some amazing third party games as well. Third party games like Call of Duty World War 1, which got a lot of positive reactions online. A lot of fans are looking forward to seeing some more Call of Duty World War... Ah shit, I just called it World War... It's a World War 1 or World War 2. My apologies, I'm not the biggest Call of Duty fan. Holy shit. We are live, so we gotta keep rolling. World War 1, World War 2, World War fucking 3, whatever war it is, man. It's gonna be an amazing game, and it's gonna be shown tonight at the PlayStation E3 2017 showcase. I'd imagine we're going to see other great third party games as well, like Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry 5. Maybe they might show a little bit of that, but I know that's going to be a massive focus of Ubisoft's press conference tonight at 9 o'clock. Anthony Keenan, 9 o'clock. You were right. Sorry about that, just had to, yeah. So Far Cry 5 will be a massive focus for Ubisoft's press conference, so we'll possibly see Far Cry 5 in tonight's PlayStation E3 showcase, but I can't see it being a massive highlight. But we're going to see some amazing third-party games shown tonight nonetheless. We're also going to see some exclusives as well. exclusive games to PlayStation 4 that won't be on other systems. Rumour has it, and I know I made a video not too long ago about how you shouldn't believe in rumour, but I'm going to contradict myself. Well, I'm not saying believe it, but rumour has it that Monster Hunter is coming to PlayStation. So that could very well happen. But yeah, we're going to see some amazing PlayStation content tonight at the PlayStation E3 showcase. We're going to see great games like The Last of Us 2, God of War from a first party perspective, and many other, many more like brand new announcements, world premieres of other first party content. We're going to see some amazing third party games like Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, and we're going to see exclusive games as well. So that's pretty much what to expect from a games point of view. I'm sure they're going to talk a little bit about PlayStation 4 Pro and how well it's doing and what they're doing with that, and probably upscale a few more games in 4K. And I would imagine PS4 Pro would have a segment tonight, possibly exclusive PS4 Pro games. Who knows? We'll find out tonight. I'm sure they'll talk about PlayStation VR as well. Announce a couple of more first-party PlayStation VR titles. Might be a couple of third-party games that incorporate virtual reality. So I would imagine that PlayStation 4 Pro and PlayStation VR will be a talk. What the hell am I saying? Will be sorry, I'm cracking up. It's the excitement of E3 and the fact that I can't make a fucking video. Yeah, I'm not. As I said at the beginning, I'm not IGN. You know, I don't have a degree in IGNology, so my apologies. But yeah, I'd imagine that PlayStation 4 Pro and PlayStation VR will be talked about tonight. So great games are promised. First party games, third party games, exclusive games. PlayStation VR will be shown, PlayStation 4 Pro will be shown, see some updates there. So a lot to look forward to in tonight's PlayStation 2017 pre-show. Now, moving on to the next part of my video, I realised that I have no gameplay. There is no gameplay in this video. That needs to change right here, right now. There needs to be some Tekken gameplay, because what's the one game that you think of when you hear PlayStation if you're older than 12 years old? And that is Tekken, because Tekken is an original PlayStation game. So when you think of PlayStation, you think of Tekken. At least I do anyway, and I'm sure the people will agree with me there. My favourite Tekken character of all time, King. He is the king. He is the king. The king of Tekken. So yeah, we're going to have some Tekken 7 gameplay as we move on to the next part of the pre-show. So, I spoke about what we're going to see, like what everyone is going to be guaranteed to see at tonight's PlayStation E3 showcase. Now I'm going to talk about I'm going to change my accent now, I suddenly become a Canadian, I'm going to talk about, no, I'm going to crack up is what I'm going to do. Who is this guy? So I am going to talk about what I personally want to see, like what I really want to see. Like Sony, third parties, you need to give me this. I want. I am not holding any punches back. I am demanding. I am entitled. I am spoiled, rotten. I'm not holding any punches back. This is what I want from tonight's E3 2017 showcase. First, I want to see Resident Evil 2 Remake in action. Capcom, you made me happy. You put smile on my face. You put smile on my face. You make Johnny happy. Okay, when you announce Resident Evil 2 Remake. That was like a year and a half ago, Capcom. I get it. Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's happening. Question is, Capcom, where is it? Forget where's Wally. Where's Resident Evil 2 Remake? I think I speak on behalf of many other Resident Evil fans. We want to see Resident Evil 2 Remake. I want to see Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I don't want to see a goddamn screenshot or a goddamn picture of the script. Oh, it's happening. We're inside offices developing this game. It's happening. Yeah, we know it's happening. We've known that for like nearly 2 years, possibly over fucking 2 years at this stage. Okay, it's happening. Woo! But I want to see the game in action. I want to see gameplay. At least a trailer. So Capcom, make it happen, or I'll go away and buy The Evil Within 2. Yeah. So, secondly, I want to see another remake. I want to see concrete, set in stone details about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, we've seen gameplay. Yeah, we've seen a couple of trailers. A couple of information has been released about the battle system and the fact that it's episodic. Yeah, we know a little bit about the game, but we don't have anything concrete. Like recently Square Enix announced that the project now is being handled by Square Enix in-house. Like it's in-house development now. I don't care. That means nothing to me. That means nothing to me. Okay? I want to see concrete details about this game. I want to see a release date. I want to see exactly what you're doing with this game. I'm not particularly fond of this whole episodic approach, and I'll tell you why. As somebody who has played the original Final Fantasy VII, and I will talk about that later on in this pre-show, but as somebody who has played the original Final Fantasy VII, I don't need to know what happens next. Or sorry, not that. I don't need to be told, stay tuned for next week to see what happens. 15 fucking years ago, Square Enix, I saw what happened next. Okay? Mind you, I've never completed the game, mind you, so, you know, I'll be honest there, like, I haven't completed Final Fantasy VII. It's a tough game, give me a break. Okay? Tough game. So I haven't completed the game, so, but nonetheless, like, I have, you know, I've obviously heard about the story through various sources, be it YouTube videos, and I know the story of Final Fantasy VII, okay? God damn it. So I don't need to hear a big dramatic voice, stay tuned for episode 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake. What happens, Ariat? What happens, Cloud? Like, we know what happens, Ariat, we know what happens, Cloud. Unless you're going with a completely different fucking story, which would completely defeat the purpose of a remake, wouldn't it now, Square Enix? So I don't necessarily agree with the episodic nature of it. It would be nice if they completely scrapped that and confirmed that tonight. Anyway, I want to see concrete, set in stone, final details for Resident Evil 7 Remake. Okay. Thirdly, and this is a big topic for me, Grand Theft Auto 6. Not online, but 6. An actual new Grand Theft Auto game for PlayStation 4. Grand Theft Auto 5, online or no online, is a PlayStation 3 game that has been on the market for years. We are 4 years into life cycle of PS4 and we have no new PS4 GTA, which is bullshit. Because 4 years into the life cycle of PlayStation 2, we've seen Grand Theft Auto 3, we've seen Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. All brand new Grand Theft Auto games. 4 years into the life cycle of PS4 and all we have is an online focused PS3 last generation Grand Theft Auto game. That's bullshit, Rockstar. That's bullshit. I'm well aware that millions upon millions of players play Grand Theft Auto Online and they enjoy it. I'm well aware that Rockstar are laughing to the bank every day of the week, making a shitload of money on Grand Theft Auto Online as a result of its success. I'm well aware that Grand Theft Auto 5 has been in the UK video game charts for literally years. I'm well aware of that. It does very well, it's very successful. I get that. But just like Final Fantasy VII, as somebody who has grown up with the Grand Theft Auto series, who has played the original Grand Theft Auto games on PlayStation 1 and on PlayStation 2, I don't give a shit about GTA Online. I like my single player campaign. I like my story. I like my single player experience. That is what Grand Theft Auto was based off. That is how Grand Theft Auto began. Multiplayer didn't make Grand Theft Auto what it is, and certainly online multiplayer didn't make Grand Theft Auto what it is today. So, long story short, Sony, Rockstar, Pope Francis, Queen Elizabeth, Big Dick Johnson, I don't care who the fuck you are, you need to walk your ass onto the PlayStation. What the fuck is this guy? Speaking of Pope Francis has got Sweet Chin Music. Sorry, no, I gotta beat Pope Francis's ass right here. The holy halo. Holy halo around his bald fucking head. I'm gonna knock that holy halo off your bald head, bitch. What the hell? You're not Hayachi. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Hayachi, I've never seen Hayachi looking so strange. Sure, I'll get back to the pre-show in just a second. Well, this is part of the pre-show because we're playing some classic PlayStation game, which is Tekken. You can't have PlayStation without Tekken. You can't have a PlayStation pre-show without Tekken. So let me beat Pope Francis's ass here and knock his halo off his bald head with a bit of Sweet Chin Music. No, I'll get back to the video now. So yeah, Rockstar, Sony, whoever, what the hell just happened? Okay, this is really strange. Pope Francis resurrected. Live, breaking on Johnny's PlayStation E3 2017 Showcase pre-show. Did I say pre-show twice? Doesn't matter. Pope Francis has come back from the dead. But I'm going to put him back in his grave there now again. So yeah, Sony, Rockstar Games, whoever, just at least acknowledge Grand Theft Auto 6. That's what I would love to see. That's what I want to see. I need to see it. Acknowledge Grand Theft Auto 6. And I know there's people who agree. I've conducted research on this. There are people who agree with me. They want Grand Theft Auto 6. They don't care about Grand Theft Auto Online. No, again, as I said, I'm well aware that there's millions of people who are playing and enjoying Grand Theft Auto Online. Unfortunately, that's not me. I don't give a fuck about other people. It's all about me. Me, God damn it. Sorry about that. So yeah, acknowledge Grand Theft Auto 6 and I'll sleep well tonight. Now, fourth, but certainly not fifth. I'm only joking. Fourth, but certainly not least. I want Spyro the Dragon, my purple buddy from my childhood. That purple dragon is like a family member who was kidnapped at a young age and became victim to human trafficking, or at least dragon trafficking, and was prostituted for years and years by many pimps, and is now under the control of the sugar daddy that is Activision. And it's so upsetting what they've done to my poor Spyro the Dragon. They have raped my purple body. This is getting really grim, my apologies. But my purple body, Spyro the Dragon, has been raped for far too long, and Activision have done the worst damage. He has lost his identity as a result of being raped so long by these companies, these pimps. And my buddy's latest pimp is Activision, and they turned him into, oh, it's just disgusting. They turned him into Skylanders. Okay, I'll get serious. Well, a little bit serious. Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Spyro the Dragon was a great trilogy on PlayStation 1. I loved, absolutely adored that game. One of my favourite games of all time. I just loved Spyro the Dragon. I love Spyro the Dragon, okay? Now, okay, so that's out there. We all know that now. Johnny loves Spyro the Dragon. A lot. Some would say a bit too much. Don't believe in the rumours, they're not true. It never happened. No. So, the fact is, Activision have the rights to the Spyro the Dragon series, but they also have the rights to the Crash Bandicoot series. Now, as you are well aware, if you're not aware of this, you shouldn't be watching this video. Go away and play out your fucking fidget spinners. But you should be aware that the Crash Bandicoot trilogy is being remastered and released this month. A classic PlayStation game, just like Spyro the Dragon, with Activision owning the series. That's coming out. So, Activision, wake up and smell the shit that is Skylanders, and realise that nobody is buying your goddamn piece of shit anymore. Your little kiddies have moved on to fidget spinners. They don't care about Skylanders. Okay. So accept the fact, accept the truth, thumbs down Skylanders, move on from Skylanders and realise that you have a character in your possession. That character is Spyro the Dragon. You need to realise that there are thousands and thousands and thousands, possibly millions of people like myself who are crying out for Spyro the Dragon, and you need to do what you did with Crash Bandicoot and remaster or remake or re-release. I don't really care what you do, just bring Spyro the Dragon to PlayStation 4 and I will be happy. I will be very, very, very happy. Extremely happy. I couldn't describe in words how happy I would be. I think I would die with the excitement. But then I would have to come back as a ghost, just so I can play the game. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Pope Francis himself. That is what I would really, really, really like to see at tonight's PlayStation E3 showcase. That is what I want. But I'm going to come back down to earth a little bit. Look, regardless of what gets shown tonight, whether my crazy demands get met or not, one thing I can be guaranteed is that at least, now I'm being very, very modest here, but there's going to be at least one new first-party PlayStation 4 game that I will like and that I will more than likely buy. There's going to be at least one exclusive PlayStation 4 game that I'm going to like and buy. And there's going to be at least one third-party game that I'm going to like and buy because, excuse me, I have a cough. Sorry. Last year, that's exactly what happened. Last year, Sony showed me God of War. they showed me yeah, God of War is first party. Yeah, they showed me God of War, and I said I've never played a God of War game properly, but when I saw that game and I looked into it, I said to myself, I want that game. And I'm going to get it, and I can't wait to see more information about that game tonight. But anyway, yeah, last year when that game got announced, I said, I'm getting. I also really liked Detroit Become Human. I love the concept of it being so, you have so much control. Every decision you make, every action you take affects the game and therefore affects the outcome of the game. It's absolutely brilliant, and I really, really like it, and I can't wait to get it. They showed Street Fighter 5, but I can't. This was like last year now. I don't know if Street Fighter 5 was it already out? Oh man, I actually don't know. But there was a good few third-party games anyway that I liked and I bought. Claim one of them is Tekken 7. I know that was shown, but the biggest third-party game of all. Sorry, that was shown. I'm just really excited for E3. My apologies. The biggest third-party PlayStation 4 game that was shown last year was Resident Evil 7. The best E3 moment in history, hands down. Hands down. I've watched many E3s over many years, and I can tell you for a fact, the revealing of Resident Evil 7 is my favourite E3 moment ever. Like, they just completely surprised me. Like, one minute they're showing this, like, indie type horror game that I was just thinking to myself, oh, this is going to be like Outlast. Oh, this is going to be like Slender. Oh, this is interesting. I looked down to my phone, I'm texting my friend, I looked back up, Resident Evil 7, and I came off the fucking couch. I think I did come off the couch, actually. I was just, what? Was my reaction. I just could not believe what I was looking at. Resident Evil 7, and then just realising that survival horror is back. It's fucking back. And of course I played it, and I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I mean, whatever happens tonight, like whether Spyro the Dragon makes his grand return, you know, whether Rockstar acknowledge, even though they're not at E3, but still. Even if Rockstar acknowledge Grand Theft Auto 6, if Final Fantasy 7 gets concrete details, if Resident Evil 2 remake gets shown, whatever. Like, one thing that can be guaranteed is that a great first-party PlayStation 4 game will be shown and I will buy. A great exclusive PlayStation 4 game will be shown and I will buy. And a great third-party PlayStation 4 game will be shown and I will buy. So, whatever happens, I'm going to enjoy tonight's PlayStation E3 showcase because it's going to be a game for me, because they're going to show first party games, exclusive games and third party games. So now we're going to move on to the third and final part of my pre-show. I hope it's not too short or too long. I hope it's just right. You know, I hope it's just right. Like a nice gentle summer breeze. You know, not too warm, not too cold, just nice and relaxing, just right. So, I'm going to talk about PlayStation and me. PlayStation is in my blood, like the devil gene of Kazuya Kishinama Wawamoshi Mushi. Sorry, I didn't mean to come across as racist there, I just literally forgot how to pronounce his last name. PlayStation runs through my blood, and it's ran through my blood for nearly 20 years. I have been with PlayStation from the very beginning. From Spyro the Dragon 1 on PlayStation 1 all the way to Tekken 7 on PlayStation 4. I have been a PlayStation fan, not fanboy, because I don't consider myself a fanboy, I am a gamer, but I've been a PlayStation fan from the very beginning. I can remember the very first time I interacted with PlayStation. And I can remember the very first PlayStation game that I interacted with. My papa, my daddy, had a friend, a CB friend. You know those CB radios? The CB radios. If you don't know what a CB radio is, tough shit, because I'm not going to explain it in this pre-show. But he would bring me along He would bring me along to his house, and this guy had two sons who had a PlayStation. I didn't have a PlayStation at the time, so it was pretty exciting times for me as a gamer. And they had Grand Theft Auto as well. And I was so lucky and so privileged that they gave me a shot, as they say. Just a shot? Get a shot there, boy, will ya? Sorry, I really am excited about E3. So they gave me, if you don't understand what give me a shot is in any other country in the world, basically they gave me a go. They gave me the opportunity to experience PlayStation and Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, before I knew it, I was holding a PlayStation controller in my hand. I was playing this brand new console for the very first time, and I was playing Grand Theft Auto for the very first time. And what an experience. And I remember just driving around in this 3D virtual city, knocking people down and thinking, wow, this is so much fun, and I've never experienced anything like it before in my life. So it left a lasting impression. So I went home to my mama and my papa, and I said, you better get me some PlayStation, bitch. No, I didn't. That didn't happen. So I really wanted a PlayStation. So I got a PlayStation. And one of the first games I got on PlayStation was my beloved Spyro the Dragon. And I just remember it was Christmas time, because I got it for Christmas. And I remember, you know, eating my Christmas pudding and looking forward to going to the Christmas pantomime and all of those fond memories. And in between that was playing Spyro the Dragon, collecting my gems, saving the frozen dragons. I'm getting emotional even talking about it now, to tell you the truth. But just fond memories of playing PlayStation for the very first time and playing Spyro the Dragon on it, and what a great game Spyro the Dragon was. And of course I would get Spyro the Dragon 2 and 3, and I would experience an amazing trilogy. A trilogy? Sony, and Activision, that you goddamn better fucking release on PlayStation 4. Anyway, another game that I played for the first time one of the first PlayStation games I played was Micro Machines, which is making a comeback soon actually. Micro Machines V3, sorry, is it V3 or V4? Fuck! I'm going to say V3. I'm going to say V3. I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say V3. I have it now, like it's inside the room there somewhere, but yeah, I played that, and I remember the driving school being the funniest part of the game. The driving school is basically the tutorial mode, getting you used to the game. It's basically how to play Micro Machines V3 on PlayStation. I just found it really funny, because if you crashed into a tree, the instructor was like, "Oh, careful now," or something along the lines of that. Anyway, I don't know exactly. I can't remember, but it was funny anyway. So I really enjoyed playing that game. Many. Basically, some of my favourite game series of all time originated on the PlayStation. It's where it all began for me. I'm talking about the Final Fantasy series. I'm talking about the Resident Evil series. I'm talking about the Tekken series. I'm talking about the Spyro series, and I'm talking about the Metal Gear Solid series, just to name a few, to be honest with you. And all of those games have left a lasting effect on me, and I still play those games to this day. Of course, I've left out Grand Theft Auto. How could I possibly leave out Grand Theft Auto? The reason, like when I played Grand Theft Auto for the first time, I knew I wanted that game. I knew I wanted that console. So playing Grand Theft Auto for the first time was an amazing experience. Driving around in this 3D city, listening to music. Oh, I'm trying to think of a song here now. Oh, it's gone, but there's like this country western song. Oh, I loved it. And the original Grand Theft Auto soundtrack as well. Fun times, man. Fun times. Coming home from school and turning on my PlayStation and playing some Grand Theft Auto and knocking people down just because I could. And then my mother coming in and saying, "You played the PlayStation sick for too long now. These bills will be through the roof, Daddy. You're not paying the bills here at all, boy, in this house. Turn off that PlayStation now, boy. Of course, being the good son that I was, I told her, fuck off. No, I didn't. I turned off the PlayStation. You know, because I was a child. So, fond memories of playing PlayStation anyway. So, and Resident Evil. I was introduced to Resident Evil, as I said. That game, I would even say more so than Resident Evil left. It's just such a lasting effect on me. The Resident Evil series is my favourite game series of all time. And I would get Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. I remember playing Resident Evil 3 in my friend's house. I don't know if it was him or was it me. I think it was him, yeah. And the scene where the Nemesis bursts through the window in the Raccoon City Police Department, I think he got whiplash. I think he's still suffering some whiplash to this day because of that moment. My God. I think we both got a fright, but I think it was him mostly that got a fright. It was kind of hilarious, really. I have developed a fear of crows thanks to Resident Evil. Yeah, you heard me correctly. I fear crows because of Resident Evil. So Resident Evil has left a massive effect on my life. Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy, all these great game series introduced to for the very first time on PlayStation. So the original PlayStation, man, what a console. I would consider the PlayStation 1 as one of my favourite consoles of all time, hands down. So moving on to the PlayStation 2. This is a little story. This is the longest segment of my pre-show. I'm sorry if you find it boring. I'd be happy if you enjoy it. So PlayStation 2 came along, and I remember specifically hearing about Grand Theft Auto 3 and what you could do in the game. You know, the fact that it looked a lot different, that it graphically and perspective-wise. I remember hearing about all the different weapons you can get in the game, and I was like, oh man, 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 I need this game, I have to get this game. So, obviously then I had to get a PlayStation 2. So I asked my mother once again, Mother, can you get me a PlayStation 2? And she was nice enough to say, yes you can, of course you can. Now get the fuck in there and do your homework. So, you know, got the PlayStation 2, and Grand Theft Auto 3 was the... Grand Theft Auto 3 and hearing about Grand Theft Auto 3 was the main reason for me wanting to get a PlayStation 2. So that was one of the first games fuck you, Akuma. That was one of the first games I played on PlayStation 2, along with Resident Evil Code Veronica. Great PlayStation 2 game. And as the years would progress, the Grand Theft Auto series, would get 3 brand new games in 4 years. Are you listening, Rockstar? Are you fucking listening? Within the life cycle of the PlayStation 4, 3 brand new Grand Theft Auto games. So anyway, yeah, amazing Grand Theft Auto games like Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas. I enjoy every single one of those games. The size of the map in San Andreas was just like, that was the talk of, like, when I was in school, secondary school, everybody was talking about Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Everybody had the game. I'm sure the teacher had the fucking game. Honestly. In fact, I think I remember I actually gave a cheat code to the teacher and everything like that. I mean, everyone. The principal called me to his office just so he could fucking find out how to get all weapons in San Andreas. I lied. That's a lie. But everyone had San Andreas, man, and we were all talking about the size of the map and what you could do in the game. There's so much you could do, like, in that game, like. What an amazing game that was. Final Fantasy X. Oh my God, my favourite Final Fantasy game, hands down. I don't care what anyone says. Such an emotional story. I love the story in that game. Metal Gear Solid 3, the continuation of the Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear Solid 2, the continuation of Metal Gear Solid 1. So PlayStation 2 really all the games that I fell in love with, all the game series that I was introduced to and fell in love with on PlayStation 1 continued over to PlayStation 2. And what an amazing console it was because of that. PlayStation 3, I eventually bought. Let's just keep a very long story short and say that. I eventually bought a PlayStation 3, but I did have a PlayStation 3. And just like the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, my main reason for purchasing a PlayStation 3 was a Grand Theft Auto game. Grand Theft Auto 5. What an amazing game that was on PlayStation 3. First of all, just to see how amazing the graphics were, just how far the Grand Theft Auto series came, and how far PlayStation came as well, like in terms of its graphics and everything. So what an amazing game Grand Theft Auto was. 3 main characters, all with their own like unique character and story and personality, and just the way it all came together in the end. By far, my favourite Grand Theft Auto game of all time was Grand Theft Auto 5. So that was on PlayStation 3. I also got the Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat Reboot, whatever you want to call it. That was great because that was fantastic. That game was just hands down fantastic. What Ed Boon did with that game, absolute genius, Ed. Take a bow. I mean, the series had been around for so long. I mean, he'd done it all and he taught it all. I mean, the realm being invaded by Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung before him, then Shinnor. Like, Armageddon was basically... Like, I'd imagine when Ed Boon made Armageddon, he was like, fuck. Do you know? Fuck. It's Armageddon. Where the fuck do I go from this? Like, the afterlife? So I think he knew, shit, like what do I do? So what does he do? He fucking plays for time travel. And it fucking works. Like, it doesn't work just in the story, but in terms of the series, it's the perfect reboot in every sense of the word. Like, Raiden gets these flashbacks, and he goes back to his past self, and he's like, we have to change the future. I just think that's an amazing concept, and because of what he did in that reboot, we got an amazing story in Mortal Kombat X. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, Liu Kang is evil. Kitana is evil. It ends with Liu Kang and Kitana being the new rulers of the Netherrealm. I don't need to say any more. What an amazing game that was. So we saw the roots of that happening with Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat Reboot, whatever you want to call it. So that was a great game on PlayStation. I was also introduced to the unique world that is Minecraft. I don't have the patience or skill to enjoy Minecraft, unfortunately, but it is one of the most popular games in the world, and I was introduced to that series on PlayStation 3. I was recommended the game by a friend of mine, and I was like, nah, boy, not my cup of tea at all, boy. Go on away, boy. Go on and play, go on away, boy. Not my cup of tea at all, boy. And he's like, go on, just download it. Free demo, you'd like it. So I downloaded, and 25 minutes into it, I'm reading a fucking tutorial. And I'm like, fuck off. Literally, I said fuck off to the game. So I turned off the PlayStation 3, I turned off the demo, and I stopped playing it. So I told him, and he's like, look, I call up to you, and I'll show you the game myself. And I was like, alright, okay. And he did he called up, he had Minecraft with him, and I'll give credit where credit is due, man. He did a fantastic job explaining to me what Minecraft is all about. And I really enjoyed playing Minecraft by the end of his explanation. I am telling you, he would get a job. He's the kind of person that you would see walk out onto an E3 press conference stage and saying, this is the game, this is how you play. Like, he would do such a good job explaining to you what a video game is, because he certainly did a better job than the tutorial anyway. Now, what was so funny about it is, I knew nothing about Minecraft, so he was telling me, like, he was giving me tips and advice, and he was like, go here and go there and do this. But I'm very independent when I play my game, so I wasn't really listening to him. So instead I was going around with a fucking potato in my hand attacking sheep. And he's looking at me, he's like, would you get serious for a second? Not that Minecraft is the most serious game in the world, like, but he wanted to properly show me this game, and I was going around fucking attacking pigs with potatoes. And it's just so funny. The expression on his face was just so funny. That isn't the funniest memory I have of playing Minecraft on PlayStation 3. By the way, I like this transition. I like how I'm explaining just how far PlayStation has come, the different types of games. Like, I've talked about Spyro the Dragon. I've been introduced to that on PlayStation and Grand Theft Auto, and then PlayStation 2. But PlayStation 3 introduced, like, I suppose, the next generation of games. Like, you know, Minecraft is one of them. Anyway, the funny memory is, I put so much effort into building this giant ice house. About 2 hours I spent making this ice house. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to make this look like the best ice house in the fucking world. So I put 2 torches beside it. I looked down on my phone, I look back up, and I watch in agony as my lovely, beloved ice house that I spent 2 hours building, melting away before my teary eyes. You know, I spoke about how Final Fantasy VII had an emotional story, an emotional ending. That's a lie. There's nothing more emotional than me watching my beloved ice house melt right in front of me. So that was PS3, a couple of games there, a couple of memories there. Moving on to PlayStation 4, just to see how far graphics have come. It's probably one of the biggest things I would say about PlayStation 4. Like, just to compare Tekken 1 to Tekken 7 and just say, wow. Like, look at this game. It looks absolutely amazing. Like, look at the detail. Look at the stunning visuals. Like, what I would say about PlayStation 4 is, whoa, we've come a long way. As far as, I'm going to pick one game because I'm actually running out of time here, because I want to watch Ubisoft's press conference. They're going to go live in 10 minutes. I know it's only pre-show, but I still want to watch it. I won't rush it though. I won't rush it. I've played many great games on PlayStation 4. Great games like the unique Last Guardian, Street Fighter 5, Ratchet and Clank, Assassin's Creed, WWE 2K15 and 16, the amazing return to survival horror, Resident Evil, Doom, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, The Evil Within, Horizon Zero Dawn, World of Final Fantasy, Mortal Kombat X and Final Fantasy Type 2. I got other downloadable games as well, like Outlast 2. I've played many games on PlayStation 4, man. PlayStation 4 just has so many great games to play. And I'm sure this is a nice segue now. So basically, like, you can see that PlayStation runs in my blood. I have been with PlayStation from the very beginning. I've played so many great PlayStation games over the years. So I look forward to seeing the future. What the hell has happened? Jesus, what a fright. I thought my console was broke. Imagine live on this pre-show, my PlayStation 4 broke. Could you imagine that? That would be hilarious, in a way. So PlayStation runs in my blood. I've been with PlayStation from the very beginning. And I'm sure we're going to see many more great PlayStation games getting announced tonight at the PlayStation E3 showcase. Many great PlayStation 4 games. So I am actually going to read. I'm going to summarize. I'm going to end the pre-show with a nice little bonus segment. You know, I talked about what we're going to see tonight at the PlayStation E3 showcase. We're going to see great first-party games like The Last of Us 2. We're going to see exclusive PlayStation games, possibly being Monster Hunter. We're going to see great third-party games like Call of Duty. Is it World War I or World War II, man? I don't know. Don't call me on that. Don't call me out on that. And what I personally want to see is Resident Evil 2 remake, Final Fantasy 7 remake, concrete details. I want to see an acknowledgement of Grand Theft Auto 6, and I want to see Spyro the Dragon back on PlayStation. proper Spyro the Dragon, that is. And I spoke about the fact that no matter what they show, there's going to be at least one first-party PlayStation 4 game that I want, one exclusive PlayStation 4 game that I want, and at least one third-party PlayStation 4 game that I want. That's guaranteed to happen. So I'm guaranteed to enjoy it, and I'm sure all of you people will as well. And let me know in the comment section like what you want at tonight's press conference. Let me know. Get interactive. And then I spoke about me and PlayStation and how PlayStation runs in my blood, and it's been running in my blood for nearly 20 years. So many great experiences playing PlayStation over the years. So I'm going to end my PlayStation E3 showcase pre-show with a celebration of PlayStation. And what a better way to celebrate and to pay tribute to PlayStation than by showing clips of a classic PlayStation games, Tekken 1, 2 and 3. So I'm not going to talk anymore now. I'm going to show you these video clips, but I will just say a big thank you to everyone who watched this pre-show. I really hope that you enjoyed the pre-show. Feel free to like this video, share this video with all your friends. Feel free to subscribe to my channel to see many more videos like this. I really hope you enjoyed. And more importantly, I want you to enjoy tonight's PlayStation E3 2017 showcase. So that is all for now. I'm going to end it now with these classic Tekken clips. Enjoy!
力こそ全てだ。俺は手に入れた圧倒的な力を。この大会が俺の波動を飾る最初の一歩となる。戦いの価値、俺は一人の女に出会う。恐れることなく近づいてきた。風間純、不思議な女だった。せいや！勝ち進んだ俺の前に現れた。生きていたとはな。 まさかこの俺が。貴様は俺の手で必ず。
三島財閥当主の座に返り咲いたわしはある伝説を耳にする。古来より南米の奥地には刀身が眠るという。究極の武を手中にできるというその伝説にわしは見せられた。しかし探索は失敗に終わる。
俺は母がいてさえくれればそれでよかった。なぜだ。その頃俺は母の遺言に従い三島平八のもとに身を寄せていた。力だけを求めていた。圧倒的な力を。俺は平八に勧められるまま大会に参加した。そして奴は現れた。母の仇を前にした時、何かが俺の中で弾けた。力のためには血縁の死さえ厭わない呪われた三島の血。あの時何があったのか思い出せない。